In what many would call a shocking video released by former Israeli minister and Mossad agent Rafi Eitan, Eitan expresses his support for right-wing extreme German party Alternative for Deutschland, or AfD. He even goes on to say that he hopes AfD's policies will be adopted and turn into a, quote, alternative for Europe. Well, joining me now to take a closer look at Eitan's comments is Davidi Hermelin, the president of the International Center for Public Diplomacy in Israel. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, so my first question to you is, what do you think of Eitan's comments?
I think this comment came a little bit too early, because unlike right-wing parties in Austria or in the Netherlands, where we can see a little bit of experience with their behavior, in Germany, the right-wing party is without a long enough record to judge if they are really anti-Semitic or maybe they are legitimate right-wing. And I also think that in the case of Angela Merkel, which is the biggest political opponent of this party, because they are the voters of the extreme right in Germany, they do it directly against her politics. So she is such a good friend of Israel. So to insult her during the sensitive political situation in Germany, I'm not sure it was the right thing to do. From the other hand, I wouldn't be the first one to come and say we will never have connections with Alternative for Deutschland.
All right, so along those same lines, AfD has been accused since its inception of being anti-Semitic, or at the very least of being a very divisive party. Do you see a possibility for friendship with them then, given that identity?
As I said, I see possibility, but I think it's too early to have a policy. Okay. I think in this time, we should let them to show how they behave in practice, not by declarations. And I don't want to compare, but we have very challenging, let's say, Foreign Affairs Minister of Germany, Mr. Sigmar Gabriel, and he defined in the past Israel as an apartheid state, and he supports Shovrim Shtika, breaking the silence, etc. So practically, some people would call this a kind of anti-Semitism. I don't say he's anti-Semitic, but it is very
attitudes.
Yes, very, very, very strange. Should I say attitude? So maybe the possibility of future coalition between the Christian Democrats of Merkel and Alternative for Deutschland would be better for Israel compared to the unity government with the Social Democrats, practically. But still, because of all the historic complex, I wouldn't be the first one to legitimate them, especially while Dr. Merkel herself doesn't like it.
I see. All right. Well, Davidi Hermelin, thank you very much for coming in. That was a pleasure. Thank you.